Hello BookTube, welcome back to my romance bookshelf tour, and yes, we are still in spider territory because when I was doing part 1 here, I was going through the top section of my romance books. There was a big black spider in the last two books, and I was like, oh, I'm going to grab a cup and take it outside so I can probably climb back in later tonight or whatever. And I lost the spider, it was gone. And so as I put all my books back, I was like, oh, maybe I'll find it, maybe not. So I've got a cup beside me so I can pin it down, and got paper slide under and take it out. I need to name it now because if it's going to keep reappearing, I may as well name it. And especially this is interesting because we're going to be talking through my Georgette collection. So whatever the spider's lurking, it's going to have great books to read in the meantime. So I've shown a lot of these books off before in hauls and in even Hair Time videos themselves. And I thought these are part of my bookshelf tours, so I may as well include all of them and do a quick video going through all of them. And let's start. Because we go through chronologically in Hair Time, so I thought let's go something a bit different and talk about them in reverse chronological order. But we're not going to do that exactly because I do have some hardcovers I want to show off before we get to the actual My Lord John, which was her last novel. So let's actually start with this. So we have the Black Sheep here. Again, lovely hardcover, got some protecting on it. Bit of a nothing back cover, but I love the illustrations, as you'll see. We then have a very old edition of Sylvester the Wicked Uncle. This was published in 1957, so it's very old. And I love, this is probably my favorite Haya book right now. It could change as we go through Haya Time, but right now it is Sylvester the Wicked Uncle. We then have a hardcover of April Lady, which is very torn on the sides, and it's not the best paper ever, but it's such a great cover, so I found that. I also have Cotillion, yeah, again, a bit brown. Got a bit of a dust side. Oh my god, I forgot what spine. Sorry, spine there. Then we have the Grand Sophie. Look how great that cover is right there. Great spine too, and yeah, we got that. I'm nervous because I pull out a book and there's going to be a spider there. So again, if I pull out a book and you see a spider, please let me know in the comments with hopefully a timestamp. So I don't know, look at it in 2 days, like, oh my god, there's that spider. But anyway, let's keep going. We have the Reluctant Widow. Yep, very lovely, very simplistic cover. Pharaoh's Daughter, which we'll talk about soon in Hair Time. Still got a couple weeks to it, but still. Her first ever Regency romance right here, Regency Buck, which we'll get to in a couple weeks again. We're going to hit some great books soon. We have The Convenient Marriage. Look at this one. Ooh, and it's got the spine too. Love it. Next, we have These Old Shades, the book that made her, right here. A bit worn on the sides, but still, it's a lovely cover. And then we have her debut here, which is The Black Moth, which is got a bit more color to it. And it's got a lovely spine, and you got the back there too. And now let's actually get going in reverse order. So we're going to be showing off My Lord John, which I've had as a trade paperback or just a mass market over the years. But recently, over a while ago, I found a perfect condition hardcover of it right here. Like literally perfect for a book that's 50 years oldish. And it's a great wraparound spine. And you got that at the back. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, I can't wait. I know it's at the very end. I don't wish Hair Time to end, but this is such an incredible novel. Because this was meant to be a first book in a trilogy of like medieval era romances, it was like historical fiction of that time. Spent pretty much her entire career working towards it, studying for it, and learning about that time period. But then, like most authors with their big passion projects at the end, she died before she could finish it. So even this My Lord John is just actually a manuscript of the first novel. But if she lived, a couple more years and got it done, it would have been incredible, to be honest. But that's her last novel. Spoilers. We have then Lady of Quality. We have a I've got to reach over a bit because some of these are a bit hard to get to where they are. Charity Girl, which we love. I'm slowly getting through all my trade paperbacks of Heya. I do have some mass markets here, but we'll get to them later. We have a beautiful hardcover of Cousin Kate. Yeah, perfect condition. Then we have, what's here? This is Black Sheep, which I haven't read in ages. One of her shorter ones too. We then have Frederica, which I don't own in a trade paperback because it's one of her biggest novels. I just haven't found it yet, but here's Frederica again. Such a lovely cover. Oh, I love it. I used to have so much more, but I was like, I don't need doubles and triples of Heya. We're not that obsessed yet. But we have then after that, we have False Colors. Yeah, very dashing. We have next is The Nunsuch, one of her funniest novels in my opinion. We then have Pistols for Two, which is a collection of short stories she wrote over the course of God knows how long. There is another short story collection that was published 7-ish years ago. I don't own that one, but when we get to Pistols of Two in Heya time, I will talk about that other short story collection and just like bind them together in one video. So we got all of Heya's short stories out the way. But we have Pistols for Two there. Then we have Venetia, in again a trade paperback. Love Venetia. Next is, if I can put it back. Oh my god, it is The Unknown Ajax. Oh my god, this is probably the only novel really that Heya tackled like class prejudice head on, and you don't get that in other novels, but this one really goes for it. Hugo is just one of the most romantic men. He's so of his honor, and it's just I'm swooped away by it. But yeah, so we have The Unknown Ajax there. Then we're ending off this bottom row with Sylvester, the Wicked Uncle, in a mass market, which again, my favorite Heya novel, but again, I don't know why I don't have it in a trade paperback yet. I just haven't found it, but again, it has to be my favorite novel, but I don't have my favorite edition of. But yeah, so that's the end of the first row. Then we're hitting this shelf, so I don't have to reach as much. But yeah, let's keep going. We have April Lady. Again, these ones are short and no one really talks about them, but they're in a period of Heya's career when she was just gunning through books. Oh my god. Like, just so consistently fun. We have Spring Muslin. I haven't read these in so long. It's short, again, but to the point. We have Bath Tangle. No one talks about this one, but I really like it. Then we have... Next is Cotillion. Very fun cover. Then after that is Duplicate Death here. And now this is important because this is the only detective novel I have from her. I just haven't found them at all, really. I don't know what ones I'd have, to be honest. I think once I go through all of them in Heya time, I will keep the ones I like pretty much. Which so far is both of them, because I really like Footsteps in the Dark and Why Shoot a Butler, so we'll see how we go, but this is representing 12 novels here of Heya's detective fiction. Next we have The Quiet Gentleman. Swooped away by this one. I need to reread it, but I can't wait to talk about it. The Grand Sophie, probably her most famous novel here. We love it. Then we have Arabella, again one of her more famous ones. Absolutely adore it. Due for a reread, honestly. Then after that we have Mass Market. This is The Foundling here. Again, look how detailed those covers are. I just love them so much. I used to have so much more, but I was like, again, I don't need 3 copies of one Heya book, even though I have them as well as ebooks too. So anyway, we have that. Then when we're slowly getting done, we have The Reluctant Widow. Again, swooped away. This is essential Heya novels right here. Then we have Friday's Child. which is a bit bigger than other Heya novels, but we have that there. Then we have a personal favorite of mine, and that is Pharaoh's Daughter, which I can't wait to talk about in Heya time soon. It's just, oh my god, it's so fun. It kind of reminds me of the Masquerades in terms of just how fun and adventurous it is. But yeah, Pharaoh's Daughter is iconic, in my opinion. Next, we have The Spanish Bride here. This is the end of a 4-book family trilogy, not trilogy, oh my god, 4 books in the family generation that started off in These Old Shades, then into Devil's Cub, and then into the Spanish Army, and then it ends here in Spanish Bride. And, oh sorry, an Infamous Army, sorry. And yeah, I need to reread these. I didn't like them as much, but then again, we'll get to Devil's Cub soon. But yeah, we have the Spanish Bride here. Again, you'll see these in a couple months when we talk about it in Heya time and my thoughts about them. So I do need to give these a reread. Next, we have The Corinthian, iconic. Then we have another mass market here, because we have Royal Escape. Again, look how beautifully detailed those covers are. Oh, then you got the spine, and then the back to them. Iconic, we love them. Next is, what's next? An Infamous Army, a bit of a chunky one for Heya, but we have that. Again, Battle of Waterloo fiction, historical fiction from that time period. After that, we have the Talesman Ring. I can't wait. This is going to be such a fun novel to talk about. So much action that goes on in here. Gambling. Oh my god, I love it so much. It kind of gives me like it reminds me of her debut, The Black Moth, in terms of the way it talks about gambling, but we'll get to that later. Then we have her first Regency romance, Regency Buck here, which is absolutely big. Can't wait to talk about it in a while. This is an old library copy, and it's going to be such a fun book to talk about, because I am due for a reread of it. We have that. We're nearly done. We then have The Convenient Marriage, which we'll be talking about this week, so get ready. Ooh, it's here, ready to go. Then these are ones I've showed before, but I'll show you anyway. We have Devil's Cub here. We then have oh my god, this isn't going well. They're falling back in. The Conqueror, again, old mass market of it. Really enjoyed it on a reread. It's not my favorite Heya, but I do think it's her best in terms of just his general historical fiction. It's either this or My Lord John, to be honest, but you can't go wrong with either. Like, let's be honest, it's Heya. Then after that, we have, I need to pull these out because they're getting wedged. And I jammed these in a bit too tightly. Randomly shouldn't be here, but Powder and Patch. We've talked about this one, not my favorite, but I have it. Then we have, going back, one of my favorite my underrated Heya novel for me is Benevolent. It's incredible, so fun and melodramatic. Oh, I can't even, it's so fun. Pirates, ooh. We're nearly there. Next is, I have to reach it out and grab it, is The Masqueraders. Talked about this one before, iconic early Heya novel. We love The Masqueraders here. Then we have These Old Shades, the book that made her. Then we have, last two, we have Simon the Cold Heart in the mass market. Look at how lovely those details are. Then the last book I'm showing off today is her debut, and that's The Black Moth. And that is all of my Georgette Heyer novels. I don't have everything, as you can tell. Her contemporaries aren't there. They're not in print. There are some big romance ones I don't have yet, but I will find them eventually and talk about them and show them off and whatever. But yeah, that's all my Georgette Heyer books. And let me know what you think about them in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.